Hey everyone, this is Teacher Naya.
And this is Teacher V.
And this is
Topcast! Welcome to part 2 with our guest, Breno. Thank you so much for being here.
Exactly.
Thank you, girls. Thank you for having me again. And it instantly reminded me about you because you say you do not consume national things, and and it's for me it's something that became really a reality in the past few years. It's not that I don't like national things, of course, but I really listen to British music and the British scene that is happening now. I'm really into that thing that is happening in Europe, and I think we are passing through a different moment in music in Brazil nowadays. So
I would say that I would stretch that a bit more and say that we are going through a moment in music in general.
yeah,
Because, society-wise, it's about recycling, So I think we are at that moment in which lots of people are doing things that were done in the past and bringing it back, which is something amazing.
True.
But my reality with music, and the reason why I usually say that I do not listen to Brazilian artists in general, it's because my way of learning was always through songs.
yeah,
And I think that because of that, since I was very little, I was shown to this world of musics in different languages because I learned English from a very young age, and then that became kind of like part of my routine. For example, I am extremely in love with pop music. And the pop scenery in Brazil was never that big. For you to listen to pop artists like Madonna, like Britney, this type of music did not exist in Brazil back when I was like 10.
yeah.
The contact that I have with Brazilian music, more at that time, being a Northeastern person as I am, was more through the classic forró. I am from Pará, so there was a lot of calypso involved.
Yeah.
Those were the contacts
Which
that I
was
had
the
with
pop, Brazilian pop you like?
Brazilian pop. Yeah, that was kind of like, because music for me was also about the performance. So I always looked for the whole performatic action of doing music, and then I found it in that. And then Brazilian music, it is something that when you go to the classics, it's something that is like really about the whole soul of music, which is something that's when I say that I do not understand music as well as I believe you guys do, because when I see you playing, it's like you guys feel the song in a way that is different, like when you're playing the instruments, because you understand what you're doing and what the song is about and how it is constructed. And I think this is something magical that I wish I had the whole contact with, but
Shit, yeah. I think we do have a great Brazilian artists nowadays. I really like, for example, Baiana System, which is a national group. Duda Beach, for me, is
she's amazing.
One of the best things that is happening nowadays
have
in
you
Brazil.
heard?
Duda Beach, you should.
No.
Conheço de outra vida. You've never heard Bichinho?
No.
Desapego
Eu ia
com
pesquisar.
ninguém.
I was gonna, sorry. I was gonna search, but you got.
Desapego por ninguém, mas você experimentei.
Right.
Não resisti. She's one of the best for me. Like she's from Northeast. I'm sorry, I'm kidding. But she's Pernambucana, and we do have great artists. But when I say I'm not into national things, it's not about Brazilian. It's about myself. Like I am really I consume a lot of British scene and American also. And I understand that for the fact that I write in English, it's really difficult, the communication in Brazil with the people in Brazil. I know that everybody know how to sing Wonderwall, for example. Today is gonna be... All Brazilians know how to sing this song, I don't know. But the communication in Brazil is in Portuguese. Is still in Portuguese, So as a Brazilian composer that writes in English, for me, I am kind of in the middle of the way. It's really
Yeah.
difficult.
I see.
How's composing for you, like, when it comes to language? Like, you feel more free to write in English or
Yeah.
Portuguese? How does that work?
This is a nice question because we have brilliant artists like Ed Mota, for example, who writes an album in English and he writes the same album in Portuguese. And for me, this is brilliant, but I can't do this. Like, for me, it's a song is born in English for me, And I have already tried to translate this song that I just played in the beginning to Portuguese. But for me, you are teachers, the metric of the words. It's different.
Yeah.
You need to change a lot of things to make it sound nice, So for me, it's complicated.
I tell you this because, as I mentioned, I think on the very first episode, talking about how I learned English, one of the first contact with English that I had was through music of the Disney movies in general.
Nice.
And then when I watch things, I tend to watch them all in their native language, whatever it is. Animation movies, I do like watching in Portuguese
Me too.
because the dub singing in Brazil is
Same.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
But music-wise, it's never the same experience for me. After I learned English, let's get a very famous example, Frozen. Everybody knows Let It Go.
Let It Go, yeah.
The song Let It Go in English has a meaning that the Livre Estou in Portuguese version was not able to achieve.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Because that's when it comes and in the same thing, if we get some songs from the classical artists from here, like Gal Costa, if you get her songs, if you
In
were
English.
to ever put that in English,
Yeah.
it would be impossible
Sure.
for you to convey the same emotion.
Exactly.
Because no matter how you translate, languages, they are very individual in how they express
Sure.
feelings and how they show emotion. So this is something that music-wise, I kind of feel you in this whole composition you're saying, is that even on how we express ourselves. If these podcasts were in Portuguese,
It would be
It'd be
it would
Really
be completely
different.
different.
Sure.
Yes.
It would be
For sure.
completely different.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's impossible to sing like Djavan in English. Like
Yeah.
Djavan is Portuguese,
It's poetic.
Gil is. I think we have genius in music that they can do this, like Tom Jobim, which translated Garota de Ipanema. I don't know exactly if it was Tom Jobim, but this song was translated to English. But it's as you said, it's not the same.
It's not.
the same.
It ain't.
When I moved back from the U.S., my dad was like, "Hey, can you translate some Brazilian songs and into English and send to your American friends so they can understand the culture?" I was like,
Yeah.
I don't like that. He wanted me to translate Onde anda você?
have
And I
you
was
been?
like, where have you been?
I know.
But it's and I tried at first, but then I was like, no, this is not.
It's not.
It doesn't feel right.
It doesn't fit.
It
yeah.
doesn't, when you mentioned To the Beach, I listened to some of the current Brazilian artists that we have, like Do the Beach, Luiz os Alquimistas is one that I like a lot. The very streaming ones like Anira, Isa, Pablo, and all of those people. And there are songs there that I don't think there is no way you can put it in Portuguese. Put in English, actually. It's impossible for you to put it.
Yeah.
How can you sing Amor de Que from Pablo
Right?
in English? It makes no sense.
Exactly.
And I think there are some songs. Wonderwall is a great example. For you to put Wonderwall in Portuguese,
Yes.
it would be
Like nightmare.
yeah.
It's impossible,
Yeah, I understand this whole. The song is actually it burns in the very specific
For me
way.
it's really like that. I think we do have, as I said, genius musicians that they can translate, they can transmit the message, but for me, I'm not that genius. So for me, is born in English.
Songs
born in
with
Portuguese.
the word saudade. E por falar em saudade. Speaking of saudade,
Speaking of,
where have you
Thinking
been?
about missing a person that I like a lot.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
what do I do?
yeah.
No, it doesn't
True.
feel right.
True.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
That's-
it just
that's-
doesn't.
that's it.
Agreed. So moving on to the next question.
Breno, you spoke a little bit about it, but like, what are your main inspirations? Could be bands, people.
Yeah, I've been through a lot of different areas in music, but if I start from the beginning, I had contact with artists when I was a child. Artists in bands like Bob Marley. My mother used to show me reggae, you know, and then my father used to show me also bands like Led Zeppelin, and my father showed me an artist that changed my life until nowadays, which is called Jimi Hendrix, which was the best guitar player at all. And this guy, this guy really, like, when I watched this guy playing, I thought, my God, this is what is a guitar player.
I don't know. I still think Chimbinha does it better.
Yeah.
kidding.
Chimbinha. But this is nice to talk because we used to make jokes about, to have fun about Chimbinha. But Chimbinha has brought to Brazil a really important musical genre, which is called guitarrada, from Pará. And it's really nice, you know. Of course, he mixed with calypso and other genders and pop, but he is a good guitar player, Chimbinha. He really is, yes. But I never listened to calypso. Right? It's not my influence, you know. I just, because it's guitar, so
But
I
do think that you should learn a couple of songs for our next gathering. It's coming soon, by the way, like in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
So maybe you should learn some.
Yes, totally. Yeah, I need to study these songs.
But moving on, so
It-
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah,
right?
Jimi Hendrix was something that really changed, was really different for me. But it was really in my childhood when I became teenager and I started playing a band. I had contact with bands like Red Hot Chili Peppers and national bands like Charlie Brown Jr., CPM 22. So I started going to this hardcore movement. So for a long time, I listened to hardcore bands, punk rock bands. So I've been through this gender for my whole teenager times. And right after this movement, I had contact and I started listening more alternative rock, John Mayer, Tom Misch, which is a nice guitar player that I really like. And had contact with electronic things also, you know, and pop things. So I listen from Beyonce to Ramones, you know. I really like Katy Perry, you know. I really like Katy Perry.
She rocks.
Yes,
She's great.
I love Lady Gaga, you know. Like for me,
So good.
I think she would be a rock singer. Have you
Yeah,
ever
no-
seen her
Yeah.
singing rock? My
Actually.
eyes, she's awesome.
I
She's a
think
goddess.
she's one of the most complete musicians ever because like she
She's-
also plays
she's-
really well.
Yeah.
And there's a disc that she recorded with Tony Bennett. She's singing jazz.
Cheek to cheek.
Another brilliant thing. So she's perfect.
I feel like
Yeah.
her voice would fit in any kind of
Yeah,
music.
yeah.
actually.
Lady Gaga,
Even reggae.
even reggae.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burning in your
I was
eyes.
listening to this song the past few days.
I think this song only got famous because, you know, whether we want it or not, Brazilian versions of songs are
The best.
phenomenal.
The
You
best.
know? Phenomenal.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, I was going to criticize a version of Juntos e Shallow Now, But we
But
are
you
in
know,
a
that's the thing.
podcast, so I'm not going to.
But no, but that's the thing. But that's the thing. This song, it's exactly what we talked about. It's an attempt to make a Portuguese version
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
a song
They
that is
try to
already very
translate
big.
it. Yeah.
They tried to translate and they simply couldn't because the word shallow.
Yeah.
Girl, Hazu doesn't have anything to do with what the song was talking about. So it is impossible. But like making the whole adaptation of the instruments and
Just like
changing
the
the genre of the
rhythm.
song.
I think these people who wrote this song should have some classes with this teacher so they could understand how to translate things better. And forró bands are the best translator to
Yes, for sure.
song.
That's for sure.
Let's not even get started on the umbrella version of Aviões do Forró.
This is a really
Rihanna.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was amazing. That was
this is a
phenomenal.
classic.
It
That's,
is.
song.
that's
This
one
is
of
a
the
classic.
best ones. Have
I
you
agree.
have you heard the forró version of Watermelon Sugar?
No, really.
Oh my god, it's so
Really?
good.
I never heard.
Watermelon sugar.
They didn't translate it, but like they just put it into a forró
What is
rhythm.
how is the version in Portuguese? I'm curious.
In Portuguese?
Watermelon sugar. I
No, they didn't
I wonder
translate
how
it.
they translate this to.
Because, you know, Because of You became Meu Anjo Azul. So, everybody knows this one.
There's a song.
Brazil.
Nobody wanna see us together. Não vale namorar com ele. Ele jamais chamou. That's Ivete Sangalo.
art.
Respect, Ivete Sangalo. Respect.
So they did not translate the lyrics, but the rhythm is just like amazing.
Are you going to get some strike if you play it?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't think we can. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I don't
true.
think we can.
But what is the lyric? Like, I wonder how
I
they.
wonder, like, exactly. I want to know what they turned Watermelon Sugar into, you know?
Let me see if I can find it.
So maybe we can do this like right after the podcast. We can sit over here on the backstage, guys.
Yeah.
Look for the version of the Portuguese version of Watermelon Sugar,
Please.
because apparently
It's awesome.
a lost
It's
hit.
great.
You know?
Yes. Everyone should see it. Okay, let me find the next question.
So I think it's our last question now, right? We're coming to an end.
For part one, yes.
We're gonna have part 2 as well.
Yes, we're having part 2.
Awesome, awesome. So next question. Let's move on.
So we were talking like you like to listen to everything. What do you like to play the most? Because I feel like it's different. Like I like to listen to specific things, mostly things I cannot play. And I like to play other types of music. So how does that work for you?
What I like to play.
Yeah. What genre?
I don't know the name of this. You know, this kind of thing. What do you think is this kind of genre that I just played in the beginning? How do you see this? Is rock for you?
I would say that it's like
Yeah.
rock-ish, because like I do not get when people say, because rock is a concept. Because
Yeah.
if you say rock to a person nowadays, they might think of like many
Guns.
people may confuse it with heavy metal
Yeah.
most of the time. That's what they
True.
think that rock is. And then okay, you're gonna say okay, rock is gonna be something like Foo Fighters,
Guns.
Linkin Park, Guns N' Roses, and
Yeah.
and Red Hot Chili Peppers, and
That's it.
those things. But then, if you go back to the king of pop himself, Elvis Presley, it sounds nothing like the ones above.
True.
So I think rock goes. It's more of a concept rather than a. I
I'd
don't know.
say it's
Other-
even like a culture.
But I would call it the alternative rock thing. I think that's the scenery that, because I think it goes from your inspirations.
Yeah.
Because like most of what you said, it kind of like matches
That's it.
of what you were playing.
What do you think?
I think like it's I don't know, rock is it's different from the other genres. Like it includes a lot of different rhythms
Mm-hmm.
and different lyrics too. So it can be like really romantic and poetic, and it could be like I want blood blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So like it's
Has a big range, right?
Yeah,
has
it has a big range.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, in fact, I don't know how to define what I play, but I think Naya has just said something. It's an alternative rock with a lot of pieces of pop and soul. You know, I really like the harmony of Amy Winehouse song. You know, it's something that really inspires me, and I really like Mac Miller also. I don't know if you know, but Mac Miller he was a rapper. He dated with Ariana Grande. You know, he was a rapper, and
That was the one that passed away, right?
yes, this one. He was brilliant. That guy was brilliant. You know, and I really like his music, and also Justin Timberlake. So my music is that what I play is that it's basically a mixture of what I listen in the past, like Red Hot Chili Peppers, Guns, and what is happening now. And that's it. I really like this melodic thing. You know, it's something that really always called my attention. Melodic songs. Right. Yeah, I'm not. I've been through emo core. You know, emo. Huh. Yes, I'm not ashamed about it. You know,
you know,
I play.
What was emo? Because the only thing when people say I was emo, I'm like, okay, so you listen to Evanescence.
Yeah.
Basically, that's the first thought I had.
And wear makeup, really dark makeup.
And Shizaru.
And I have my hair like this.
Yeah.
And Shizaru was emo?
Yeah. For Brazilian standards, yeah.
Yeah.
And Shizaru and that restart. Restart. Yeah. We had this band. Restart was not my generation, but
Fresno was also.
Fresno, I used to listen to Fresno, of course. So I've been through this movement also. Yeah.
I don't remember much because I think the rockiest thing I heard when I was a child was Linkin Park, because my brother, he got for Christmas the Meteora CD.
Ooh.
Which is for me is the best album that they have.
The best.
You know, and then I loved the songs, and you know, I kinda digged into English more than ever because I've always loved listening to songs in English. And my whole family, they listen to a lot of the old sertanejos, forrós, and etc. All of this in Portuguese. So, like, I was kind of the only person that listened to English music. And the thing that people told me the most were like, why are you listening to this? They might be cursing you and you'll never know. You don't even know what they're saying. And I'm like, don't I? Don't I?
Try me.
Try me. And then now I'm cursing you when you made me not know, you know? So
I really like this.
Now I know how to... So this was kind of like one of the challenges that I had, and it was because of the song Numb. Because Numb was...
I've become
the
so
thing.
numb.
Exactly.
I can feel you there. Yeah.
How do you put I become so numb, I can't feel you there? Like,
yeah.
in
You
Portuguese.
Yeah,
You just can't.
you
That's
just
true.
can't.
That
Yeah,
you just cannot.
yeah. Perfect.
Agreed.
Our last topic I wanted to talk about is... Okay. First, I want to introduce the topic. So, the first instrument that I really wanted to learn how to play was the guitar. So, I got my guitar and I tried to play it, and it was terrible and frustrating. So, I bought this ukulele. And I was like, okay, maybe, well, they're only 4 strings, so it's probably easier to, start. So I'm gonna start small. And then I learned how to play it on YouTube for free. And then I got the guitar again and I started playing it. And I felt like it's very therapeutic for me to play instruments, and that's like why I play so many different instruments. I play the ukulele, guitar, keyboard, drums. So how do you think is this therapeutic side of music. Like, I feel like it's, for me at least, it really helps me with anxiety. I'm sure like a lot of people struggle with anxiety, and for me, playing something, it really helps me. And like having to pay attention on like how my fingers move, and my other hand just going up and down at the same time, like it really catches my attention. So like it brings me to another place where I have peace. So how's that for you?
Yeah, I think this is the main purpose of playing an instrument, and like you are instantly transmitted to another place. You know, this is how I see music, and this is how I make music. I think when I sing a song, it needs to touch you. You know, this is the main purpose here. And here comes my criticize to music nowadays, because people are writing songs based on the algorithm of Spotify. So you need to make new songs every 28 days, because the algorithm changes, so your music will be in a playlist, and that, you know. So this is not how I see it. And playing instruments is that for me. It's a place that I go while I play. But there's a difference when you are playing this like a pro, and you make this as a profession, because sometimes you are not that good, but you are playing, you know. And
Sure.
it already happened to me. I had I don't know, personal problems, but I have to go there and to actually work. And this is the part that sometimes the fans, maybe they don't understand. When a big artist like Lady Gaga, I don't know, but they cancel their concerts, so they are, I don't know, they are show off. But it's not that. It's sometimes it's really difficult working, having a job as an entertainer, you know. But that's it. Playing instrument is it's the certain place where I find peace.
Right.
That's amazing.
Is there like a specific instrument that you feel most comfortable the most?
I nowadays, when I instruments that I feel comfortable, you mean? I think the guitar is the first instrument that I pick, and it's easier for me. But I really like the keyboard, you know. I think you can construct different lines of harmony, and it's really touching, you know. So the keyboard is something that really touches me.
Yeah, I feel like the instruments where we use more of our fingers, like we touch it more, it's more like connecting to it. Like I like drums for rage.
Yeah.
So be like,
That's it. That's a good instrument.
but like when I want to relax, I just go for the ukulele.
It's the only ukulele song I think.
Can you play
it? Of course not.
Okay. Or keyboard, or like string
Yeah.
instruments. And I want to learn the cavaquinho next year.
It has a similar tune to ukulele, if I'm not mistaken, which is different from the guitar, the tune, you know. So guitar, you have the standard tune, you know, and cavaquinho and ukulele, they have a similar one. And that's why I never learned how to play because, it's different, the way you make chords, you know.
Yeah,
But
I think like these strings are the last
Yeah,
four of the guitar, or like the first four.
Yeah,
of the
I'm not
guitar,
sure.
something like that.
Yeah,
I think are the last. No, the first.
the first,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, the first.
So guys, that was it for this music episode, but it ain't over yet. We still have something else. This was Teacher Naya.
This was Teacher V. This was
Topcast
with our guest Breno. Thank you so much for coming.
Then I will be sending us off with a song that he wrote. What is the name of the song?
Take Me to the Sunshine.
Take Me to the Sunshine. Amazing.
Let's go. I don't know if you know, but you are the one for me. You bring back all I know, all I need. You take me to the sunshine. You take me to the sunshine. Let's leave this place and take the road. I'll be the driver and you the DJ. You sing some elves, I play the chords. Cause babe, you know, you take me to the sunshine. You take me to the sunshine. Na, na, na. Cause I need to know, and I need this place. Every time you go, every time you go, take me to the sunshine. Yeah. You take me to the sunshine. Baby, you take me to the sunshine. You take me to the sunshine. I would like to give you as a gift of this new podcast my guitar pick, so you can keep it as my gift. It's rare, but yeah,
Thank you so much.
That's an amazing gift, actually. Okay, so
Thank you.
cherish it or make use of it, you know?
Yes.
Inherit a talent, maybe. So thank you guys very much, and I'll see you next.
See you next. Bye.
Bye.